Hi, I'm Gary Fisk, Professor of Psychology at Georgia Southwestern State University. In this video, what we're going to do is create some effect sizes to go along with our t-tests. We have to do a few extra steps with PSPP to get our effect sizes. So let me show you how to do that. First off, let's talk about what effect sizes are. Effect sizes tell us how big or little impact our intervention is having. It's not enough to just have p-values to make judgments about statistical significance. We want to report those significance judgments along with an effect size value. All right, now unfortunately, PSPP doesn't really give us effect sizes. So what do we need to do? Well, it's not hard to do if you know these things about it. All right, so let's look at the data file again. This is going to be an independent samples t-test result here. I've got independent samples and the data is in this column here. That's the dependent variable. And then our group membership is over here in this variable. And so I did an independent samples t-test on that to see how far apart the groups are. And you can see that we've got a lot of data and useful results from PSPP, but we don't have an effect size. So here's how we're going to address that. We're going to have to use another tool. There's actually a simple formula for doing this, but I'm going to use a small calculator that I made. You can find this on my website, garyfisk.com, but there's plenty of other websites that have this. We just need the mean and standard deviations of group 1 and group 2. And we've got that information over here on the PSPP output. We just have to move the means and standard deviations from the PSPP output over to the calculator here. So let's do that now. The mean of our first group is 101.4, and the mean of our second group is 125.6, right? And then we need the standard deviations. The standard deviation of our first group was 2.88. And the standard deviation of our second group was 5.13. Okay, so we've entered our data into this little web-based calculator. We press the button here, and it gives us a Cohen's d for this outcome, right? So we can see that there. It's in green. There's some notes here about how to interpret it. What does it mean? We could see that this would be a very large effect size for this example. So it's a bit of a bummer that PSPP doesn't give us Cohen's d for effect sizes and t-tests, but it's easy to do. We just have to transfer some of the information from the descriptive statistics output into a calculator and run it to get those values. So it's really not much work at all. It's also rather easy to do this by hand if you have the Cohen's d formula. Just plug those numbers in and solve to get the effect size. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.